Okay. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we start, I'm going to start by giving all the honor, all the praise, and all the glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Chakadash. That's all praise, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father, the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well, as always. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the tabernacle of David, those for elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. And hey, we're just going to get right into it. As you can see the title, the world's finally learning who the devil is. All right, and you can just tell by the reactions of the people and the responses, to what's going on, what's transpiring, and near the Gulf states in the east, how mainstream media, Western media is blatantly lying to the people. They're not keeping it trill, so to speak. They're saying one thing, but alternative media is reporting the other. And people are starting to feel the travail of the moves that are being made by this government, by this administration. Right now, people starting to feel the burn because you got the gas prices. The fuel is actually going up, and people starting to notice that their fuel is burning a lot quicker, even though the price of the gas is actually increasing. Mm-hmm. So you're spending more for a more watered down product. So either which way, the people they're getting gouged, financially, and people gonna start to feel the effects soon. All right, and it's because right now a lot of these people here, especially here in the States, here in Babylon, you still got a little bit of comfort because you still got running water, you still got electricity, you still can go to your job.
You still got gas to put in your car.
You can still put gas in your car.
Yeah, right, because time will come where gas is going to eventually be scarce. Where say in your city you got 100 gas stations, it's going to come to a point where only a quarter or less than that may have actual gas. Right. It's been instances where gas stations have run out of fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you remember when there was who was that situation when Biden was still in office? Mm-hmm. And you had it was like a gas outage that was happening, and people was rushing to get gas.
Oh yeah,
filling their truck beds up with gas and all that.
Yeah. They said that the prices may rise because of the fires in California. There was a few things, and people were rushing to get gas.
Right.
Go get gas when it's fire.
Yeah. But I've been in situations where, hell, on the highway, where gas stations have actually ran out of gas. They have got people with signs, no more gas. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a thing. That was on the highway on 15, but that's going to be a thing in the cities.
Yeah, I noticed. Go ahead, bro. Go.
2 Ezra 6 and 21, verse 22. It said, "The children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the song."
Well, it's basically talking about preemies and how advanced these kids. We talk about COVID babies and post-COVID babies, how more advanced they are. Well, this is the Heavenly Father even speeding that up. You got it.
"And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty."
Yeah, and this is talking about Jacob's trouble the day of the Lord. This is if I'm, I know my brother had something else to say about it, but this is basically the time that we're coming into, where these places that you're used to, these watering holes and certain places that you, storehouses, grocery stores, places you're used to getting certain goods and services from, they're not going to be there. Yeah. It's going to be scarce, and you're going to have to create a new lifestyle without these things.
Yeah. Also, you can't forget that the Midwest, a couple years back, they suffered those crops, those tankers full of grain was spoiled, man. Along with these meat processing plants.
Mhm.
They burned down. Those places still haven't recovered, man.
And they could go ahead and buy overseas, but what did America just do in the last few months? Made enemies of all the places that they were getting goods from. So who does that fall on? That's gonna fall on the comforts of you everyday Americans.
That's what Jake. That people don't realize that they think that all the food is processed here, grown here. They think you think of Iowa and the Midwest where they had fields where they had crops. That shit long gone.
Yeah.
That operation has moved overseas, mainly to China.
It's been gone.
Right.
You go next time you people are in the grocery store and you're in the vegetable section. I hope you shop in that area. Check where your bananas are coming from. Check where your tomatoes and avocados are coming from.
Right.
Look at where these different food products are actually coming from. The packaged stuff is one thing, but your fresh grown foods, your fruits, you're gonna realize none of them is here. None of them.
Got them
Anything that you probably get
from
here
Mexico.
is probably lab made,
Yep.
created
GMO.
in the lab,
Yeah.
GMO.
And they flavor it up and put all type of preservatives,
Yeah.
Yep.
so you can't taste the difference.
Yep.
You know.
I got a word right quick. I looked up. You got it.
And if I may add one more thing, dealing to what he read in Second Ezra about the storehouses being found empty. With this situation in with Iran and Israel and America, the longer this goes, the oil prices and everything is going to mess with the supply chain, because the transporters, which are the truckers, is going to affect their pockets, because they usually have to come out of pocket to fuel these trucks to transport these goods into these stores, these corporations.
Right.
But once that get too tight, it's going to be scarce, and the things that are high in demand, they're going to increase the price. They're going to tax the hell out of it.
Yep.
So people are going to be barely able to afford it. So you're going to be put in a pickle where you got to choose between, damn, do I pay this bill or do I get food?
Yeah. Or do I go to work? Or
I'll tell y'all on another time.
And you got other people that are just idle. They don't work.
right?
Yep.
So how are they getting by?
Yep.
Crime.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And you're cutting services,
Yeah.
cutting social services.
People getting desperate.
And they're making people reapply
Yep.
for specific social services.
Yep.
And they making them people, I want to say in New York,
You got more?
you had to have a job or it was some type of
You
stipulation.
gotta pretty much go up there every day like you're going to a job
Yeah.
to get free services. I was gonna say also those storehouses. Read that part again about you still in that same spot, right?
Yeah, I can still read more.
Yeah,
Verse
read
22.
that verse real quick. The storehouse.
And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Mm-hmm.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
Now, real quick, that also is people's savings. That's what really happened. Jake really never had any real savings. But the rest of you, Joe Blow, six pack, redneck Edomites or whatever, you guys had a savings, you had businesses, you had all that's going out the window. All the little extra money that you had to store up and to buy jet skis and shit, whatever you was doing with your money.
You gotta sell everything.
All that's
stay
gone.
afloat.
Yeah, all that's gone. You start finding major deals on offer up in the marketplace.
Yeah. Sell your boats, you gotta sell, you gotta do a yard sale,
Yeah.
whatever you gotta do
Yard
now.
sales like crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's happening. A lot of people are doing that.
They gotta
Plasma blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
plasma
they gotta
blood.
liquidate their
That's it.
assets.
Exactly right.
Completely.
But that's part of the storehouses as well.
And
The
that's,
personal
ain't,
ones.
ain't that part of the curse on Jake? Curse be the storehouse.
Yep.
And
So you see
basket,
these curses are starting to pass on to the rest of the people now.
red basket in your storehouse curse. So the Lord's gonna flip the script.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's gonna feel what we had to endure
Yeah.
under these
And
conditions.
had no compassion on us about it. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. How come
Exactly.
y'all can't do it? Get off the drugs.
Right.
Just say no.
And you can't blame us for this now.
Yep.
Now you
Just
see,
hang out, yeah.
now you learning who the devil
You
is.
talk about what they call it? What they tell them? What did they call them? Welfare queens.
Right.
Well, we figured out that y'all was the main people on them.
Yeah.
Start with the small hat.
Oh,
Y'all were the
they
main
the
people on them.
biggest.
Man.
3 to 4 billion annually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
You got more.
And the trumpet shall give a sound which when every man hears, they shall be suddenly afraid. That tells me martial law.
Yeah.
You know, it's a time, you know, lockdowns, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We don't talk about the lockdowns as much. We bring it up, but yeah, don't think that was we told you back when it happened in 2020 that this wasn't a one-time thing. That was a test run. Okay, and then the JB was another test run. You think that's not going to be on the heels of this next lockdown? Now you can come out, but we got to verify who's out here.
Right.
You gotta,
Verse 24, at that time shall friends fight one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of a fountain shall stand still, in 3 hours they shall not run.
I hope, right? You better hope that don't mean you're running water in your house, because that's what it sounds like to us. Running water gonna be out of there. So, you know, it's nice to have the Bellagio fountain flourishing and being beautiful and creating cool air and all that it's doing. But that's gonna be cut off. That was cut off during the 20, right?
So, it's
Yeah,
running
you
waters.
already having certain requirement measures in certain western states to cut down on the use of water.
Yeah,
They gotta basically
Here's big,
ration
Yeah,
water.
irrigation. Basically, the city has certain codes set into place to where you can only run your irrigation lines during certain days and certain hours of the day, which is typically during the night hours. Because water will
Night or early
Don't
morning.
evaporate
Yeah,
us
early
this
morning.
quick, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been dealing with a drought, you know, for years now.
Yeah.
Water been drying up.
Yeah.
Lake Mead is not only is it low, but it's toxic as hell now.
Yep.
You know?
And I don't know if brothers actually caught what happened. They actually cut the dam off up in the north. That's what they did, and that's why I was depleting until they finally got it back open. But now it's like a gas tank that done been on empty. You done let all the sludge get mixed up into it, and it's all terrible.
Another thing as well, Vegas is going to get hit very hard.
Oh man.
Because one thing about it, that Hoover Dam and the water that's supplied through the Colorado River, there was an agreement before Vegas was even built. So
Yeah.
Vegas only gets 0.8 million acre feet of water from the actual Hoover Dam.
Right.
Arizona, Mexico, and New Mexico actually get more water than Nevada itself, or Vegas, I should say.
I think California.
Yeah, California, Arizona.
All those southern states, because it comes basically, it runs right into the river, but it comes down off the mountains. And so, but they can control it. That's what the thing about it. Same thing they did over in Palisades, was that last year?
Yeah.
With the fires.
Yeah, with the fire, how they cut it off. Well, we can't get it down there,
Yeah,
but this dude's crops still get water.
that
This year.
fucking rich
Yeah.
family that own portion of the water.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're talking about water. Another thing that's attached to the water is electricity.
Electricity.
Yep.
So, I know this brother did a lesson on it about the blackout in Cuba so Cuba. Yeah, so that's a real thing that could possibly happen here in Babylon. So we know the water's attached to the power's attached to the water.
Yeah.
So
And down there in Cuba, they their power plants use fuel.
oh, okay, yeah, see,
But because what Trump did by taking Maduro
Yep.
and cutting off those
they
oil,
were dependent on
they
Venezuela.
would depend
Yeah.
on that oil over there. So they ran low on that, and now they're dealing with power outages.
Yep. I got.
If I could get
Yeah, you got
a
it.
quick one,
You
since
got
we
it.
talked about it, Jeremiah 50:38, it says, "A drought is upon her waters, and that shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon her idols."
Over here.
Which here in Babylon,
Yep.
full of graven images. You know, that's why this land is known as Egypt as well. You know.
A lot of different idols, you know, because you go into the Egypt, that's why we was going into against the Egyptologists and Pan-Africanism and Black consciousness, It had a million damn idols over there. What about the God such and such? And then the Pharaoh such and like, damn, man. I got a bunch of different mythological everything, man. I got it all. But that's all BS, you know? So this is displaced models and stuff after that, having those many gods for every little something.
Right. And a drought is really another form of a plague.
It is, that,
It's a
exactly.
consumption. Your water supply is being consumed.
You gotta know that from the Father.
Yeah, that's the Heavenly Father.
He can make it rain
Exactly.
and fix it.
Yeah.
We've had rain and you know, we had moments where we had water and flash floods and stuff like that, but that didn't even do shit to the
Right, the deficit that we're
Esau's depleted all the natural resources, so it had to damn near rain for a year.
Yeah,
Right,
just
right.
forget it.
For it to, you know,
Talking
get back to a level that's actually livable.
Talking about 40 days and 40 nights.
Right.
You know, damn near flood everything. You know?
To get the lakes and
To get it back to
you know, and really help cleanse the whole ocean and land, you know.
Yeah, but we know prophecy said that the Euphrates would have to dry up. Plus the spiritual Euphrates over here, it's dwindling down as well.
Yeah, Mississippi.
Yep. I had a word. It goes into what brothers are talking about. The word is descent. There's a descent that's growing among the people here. You know, because that's why when you brought up about the media not covering certain things, not putting the truth out there, not being true with the truth, you know, to the people, because they don't want the descent to grow further and further. And when somebody can grab that in 2nd Esdras 15, talking about the princes and all of that.
To back up your point real quick about the media, I saw a video this morning where they said that Israel has killed more media members than like everybody else combined.
Yeah.
You know, because you know people reporting on so it's just that's
On the
to
right
your point. It's like they're literally attacking the media that's actually bringing out some truth. So you know,
Yeah, they put you in prison. You caught recording any attacks. You have the one guy that he was a British journalist, and he was in Lebanon filming. He was Russian.
He worked for
RT. Okay. He worked for RT, but this dude, he's filming, and then next thing you know, just a straight up strike, a drone strike or a missile strike hit right, and he barely escaped by the edge of his teeth.
They targeted him because ain't nothing was over there that was significant.
Bro, they already bombed that same spot.
Right. That's why he was there.
He's like,
Yeah, they're known to double tap.
Journalists. That got to be one of the most dangerous occupations, bro, to be a journalist, especially in a time of war.
But it's laws on that. I mean, international laws where you know journalists they're like they're neutral.
Right.
So, but
not here.
not
They ain't trying to hear that.
Not Amalek ain't dealing with that.
That's how the world is seeing that these people are the devil, man.
And that's
Y'all learning.
That's what's funny because they talk about that Indian that this is real season. You see
yeah.
that now who right in the back there?
Oh yeah.
Give away his location.
You know,
I heard this quote that this one guy said. It said, "The first casualty of war is the truth."
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta cut that off.
Because you got both sides pushing their you know, their agenda.
Yeah.
So the truth is always, you gotta dig deep, man.
And a lot of Americans don't have the patience and the resilience to sift through all of the madness and distractions. You know, Jake will Google something and then he'll go to the video to see it, you know, the video of it. It may be AI, may not, but the next scroll is something that took their attention away, far from what they were even thinking.
Where Jake is so lazy, they'll whatever they search that first Google page as far as they go.
Yeah, they
ain't going to 2, 3.
See how many are saying it, which publications are saying it, and I'm saying that because there's a descent that's already growing, and the people that don't want to admit the descent is growing are those right wingers. They don't want to. Left wingers like, see, we knew it, but they was gonna say that anyway, no matter what. But the right wingers is still like, nah, we're doing good, and America's winning still, and we've already done all of this and all of that. You can say all you want, but we know the prophecy. And no matter what you say, we understand what the prophecy is, and that this place is going to lose.
Yeah.
And when you look at I saw a video, I only saw the headline, I didn't get to click on it, but it said, and it wasn't a brother's page, I don't believe, but it was this news outlet or whatever. It said, Israel is Iran is in this for the long game.
Yeah.
They're not in it for the short term. They've already set up to lose the short term battle, but they're looking to win the war, the long term game. If we can deplete America and build a greater dissent between the people, which I'm going to read what that word means, build that, they'll implode from the inside. And then we'll be able to have that doubt and all that fear, and it'll really destroy the people.
Yeah, they're the global dominance and posture that America has. They're trying to disseminate that by basically attacking anything that has to do with them or associated with them on that side of the world.
Exactly.
That's why they're going for all those American military bases, embassies, oil refineries, so on and so forth. Anything American invested is getting attacked. They're trying to get rid of American presence over there.
Exactly.
And then now they're even looking at UK bases.
Yeah.
You people over there in the UK, if y'all want to house American, bombers or fighter jets or whatever, we could reach y'all bases too.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there,
Clear it out.
and that's part of how Babylon, like it says in Isaiah 47, sit down in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
All these different moves being made by all these nations against the West is what's going to further, bring Babylon from its dominant position.
Right.
That's what they all are trying to attack. Because they see as long as this entity is in power, the world has to suffer up under it.
And they're
All the war again, all the the proxy wars, how they able to send guns and fund rebel groups over here, and coups and overthrowing, toppling regimes and governments. That's going to continue to happen as long as America is propped up in this position.
And I can't think of the word. I kept trying to think of the word I'm trying to use, but they're shedding light basically on the pitfalls that America's causing in the world. Like that's why gas prices is rising. That's why food prices is rising. They're making the people feel it and be upset with the government because and they're showing the mirror back to America.
The world is looking at like, y'all the people. It's you. You causing this.
Because how can Iran? Because everybody knows Iran don't have a chance militarily, right, on paper. But the moves that they're making are so good, it's making them shoot themselves in the foot.
They don't know that they got prophecy on their side.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's
They're proving that modern warfare is changing, man. You don't need fucking $1 trillion ships around the world. All you need is high-tech missile technology, and you're able to reach and penetrate any defense.
And a game plan.
It changes everything.
And that strategy. And look, a place like America that's so prideful, saying, "Look, we think about how weak America truly is. If they're supposed to be so strong, why aren't you self-sufficient? If you got all the enemies in the world, why are you not self-sufficient? If you're reaching out to everybody now, I can make those other people enemies to you. Now you're surrounded." And this is what they're pretty much doing. That's why all them sanctions you were putting all over the world, on everybody all over the world, it's all backfiring to make you have to pay more.
Nobody want to help this dude.
I got a quick
And I
script.
got moments,
It's Ezekiel 28. I'm gonna start at verse 6, dealing with Prince of Tyrus, but we apply it to Eve now. Because Esau prides himself on having the best intelligence, being a wise, prudent,
warrior.
you know what I'm saying? But this is Ezekiel 28 and 6. It says, "Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says." This is in the NLT.
Yep.
It says, "Because you think that you are as wise as a god, We got the best military in the world. We got the best scientists. We got the best this.
Mhm.
It says, I will
And
now.
people, I'm sorry, brother. And people believe that. Americans believe that. Like, that's why they can't imagine.
They're living off of old glory.
Yeah, they
Pretty
can't
much.
imagine that
Yeah,
America
right.
could possibly
Yeah.
be taking L's over
It's
there.
like, America always gets the job done. They always,
We're just bringing the fighter jets and don't let us get the warthogs and don't let us get the boots on the ground. That's not what you want to do. That's your last play. That's not what you want
They're
to do.
waiting for that.
Yeah.
They already dug the graves, bro.
Iran's
They're
like,
waiting on that.
dude,
We
shit,
dug the
do
graves
it.
already.
Come on, shit.
That's the play. We're forcing you into that. You got it.
Verse 7, it says, I will now bring against you a foreign army,
Mhm.
the terror of the nations.
Mhm.
They will draw their swords against your marvelous wisdom
Mhm.
and defile your splendor.
Yep.
See that?
Exactly.
That's what Iran is doing
That's
right
what they're
now.
doing.
Exactly.
And of course, they're getting intelligence from Russia and China
Yeah.
as well. They're giving their input as well. And Russia is saying, yeah, we are helping them.
They're allies. They're
And I think was it Putin? I think the latest thing from him was, we'll what did he say? He said we'll stop them from too much pressure on the Strait of Hormuz if y'all pull back on Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Right.
if we'll get them to ease up,
Yeah.
but y'all gotta stop supporting Ukraine right now.
You gotta get something. You gotta give something.
Yep. So now this is like, oh shit.
What are you gonna do?
We just the previous administration,
Mm-hmm.
you spent damn near 200 billion
Yeah.
Right.
supporting it.
Important. Giving them weapons.
Yeah.
All just so that what? Well, now you're in a position where,
Yeah.
well, if you want Iran to chill out, we'll get in their ear.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, y'all gotta leave Ukraine to us now. That's y'all might as well.
Yeah.
And then strategically, at the same time, China's like, yeah, we about to swoop in on
Yeah.
Taiwan real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
We already got them surrounded,
Yeah.
positioned.
Yeah. But that goes back to Esau making all these deals
Yeah.
that he never upheld. He's like, okay, China, Taiwan, I want to make all these deals, technology deals and stuff, and we're gonna protect you. We're not gonna let China just come over there. But shit, they can't protect themselves now.
Yeah. We need our weapons back. We're gonna
Right.
go take some planes from off of
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
We see what's going on. We can see it. We can, because trust me, the problem is the American citizens looking at the money spent. They're not looking at what they're getting for the money. And they're paying $4 billion for an F-35 or so, or $4 million or something for F-35.
Doge exposed them too.
Yeah, that was part of the issue. Doge was exposing.
They
Why does this cost this much?
They need a Doge for the military.
Yeah, they need a Doge for everything in America. Everything's overpriced. Somebody's getting pockets is getting lined in grease, man,
Yeah.
straight up. Now this is all building descent. That's what I was gonna
If
go
I
back
can
to.
read that one more
Yeah,
verse.
you got it.
Verse 8, it says, they will bring you down to the pit,
Yep.
and you will die in the heart of the sea,
Perfect.
pierced with many wounds.
This is what the reality is. What's happening to the descent? People are starting to realize that this is happening.
Yeah.
That this is what's bringing the descent. Like, hold on, there's bad.
It's-
We said this before. There's bad leadership, bad decision making. I'm not feeling this.
The prudence
Bringing
of
that
Edom,
further
the
divide.
wisdom of Edom is diminishing.
Egyptian
They losing
against
their
Egyptian.
mind. You know, the decisions that they make. Look at Trump.
Mhm.
We know,
Trump keep double talking and
right?
Mhm.
saying one thing and then doing another.
Trying to be this strong leader
Yeah.
and just making him make certain
And
types of moves.
then look at the office. People resigning,
Yeah, just leaving the job.
leaving. Your military men, they're not trying to go to war.
Mm-mm.
You got people in the military that's they smoking weed and getting high on purpose.
Yeah, to get discharged.
Yeah, so they can be discharged through they drug test.
Yeah.
That shows you the America that we're living in. Like, this is not your grandfather, your great grandfather's America, where you know, on some Lieutenant Dan shit, where my father, my father, my great granddaddy died and I died, and
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
proud to
these
be
niggas ain't like, like back in the day that was a thing. Like, like going to
They
the
were fighting for something.
Yeah, it was
They
like
were
a
fighting for something.
right.
Too, though.
it was an option after you turn 18.
Yeah.
That was like a serious option. Like, oh, I'm going to go to the military.
Yeah, and it was
You know,
serious.
it was simple. Now these niggas just want to go. He said get a Hellcat. Before it was even we'll offer you $50,000
Yeah.
for college. $50,000. Most of these colleges they ain't gonna give you 1 year.
Yeah.
So but these little niggas, they not trying to fight. They're not trying to go to war. They want to go collect a check.
Yeah.
But now they're seeing that.
It can come with fighting. Where
Yeah.
I gotta be a warrior, and it comes with war. Hold on. I didn't sign up for war.
definitely
Didn't the
go.
chick say that? I didn't sign up to go to war.
I gotta pray.
Bitch, you're in the military.
Yeah.
You gotta take an oath before you join.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's the part they don't want to sign up for. And I was gonna say, then you got your scripture.
Okay.
And I got your scripture. I just want to add to this real quick. What you were saying? They were fighting for
What?
having their own house,
Mm-hmm.
having jobs, and having food
Right.
And other deals. They're fighting for certain things that America was benefiting off of.
Mhm.
Now there's like a no way to win
Right.
in this situation now, and they can feel it. How do you know? Because the American citizens feel it. The farm is feeling it. You know, farmers are really feeling it.
Yeah.
They're feeling it. The grocery stores, the working
Yeah.
man, the blue collar, the different industries, automobiles, so on. They all can feel it.
Yeah, the white collar as well. They're saying
Yeah. All the
ultimately
tech.
AI is about to cut 50% of white collar jobs as well.
Yeah.
You know, so that shuts down America completely too.
Automation.
Yeah, automation.
Yeah.
You know,
To back up your point, you said they were fighting for something because they were fighting for what you could say a future here in
Yep.
America through, because they back in the day, America it had
Right.
great exports outside of this country.
Yep.
But now it's flipped. They don't export anything. They import everything.
Even food, bro.
Right.
That's
I
crazy.
had that pre-roll.
That lets you know when you read Revelation 18th chapter. It talks about the merchantmen
Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
how they got rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Babylon, that whole chapter is going into the aftermath after
Yeah.
all those markets got cut off because this place finally getting its fate.
Yeah.
It gets completely annihilated. So now no exports is going out because America is a consuming, importing nation.
And America thought they were getting over with becoming a consumer nation because we're paying with monopoly money.
Right.
So we can buy if y'all accept this fake ass shit. We'll keep buying it. We don't have to use real money to produce it for ourselves. We'll just keep using this monopoly money to buy everything from y'all.
They said when
Now it's gonna backfire.
they said when they had the gold standard, when you still backed by gold, the French brought a fucking ship over here
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
and loaded it up with gold
Yeah.
because they at least somebody in the government knew like the cash like
This is
it ain't gonna-
where it's at.
yeah it ain't gonna be like this
Go get
forever.
the actual gold. I might as well go get a bunch of money, trade my foreign exchange in, and then go get the gold for it,
Right.
and then take my shit back and put it in my economy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same thing's happening now with these other nations. They buying a whole lot of gold because they know the system is about to reset.
That's
Paper
gonna
fiat
be
currencies are basically going to go up in flames.
They phasing it out.
So gold and silver is basically a hedge against hyperinflation.
it's gonna go back to being the standard of money.
Hey, isn't the yuan backed by gold?
Yeah, think so.
Well, I guess I
I
don't know.
believe so.
Well, just recently
Yeah.
they said that we'll let the Japanese we'll let them through if they'll trade oil
Yeah.
in the yuan.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's another
It's
big win for China.
98%.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's another blow to
That's
the
98% of Japan's oil, right?
Mhm.
Goes
Yeah.
through that strait. Yeah.
Go through that strait.
But these fiat currencies, when the dollar loses its position as being the world reserve currency, that's when you're gonna see the paper fiat currencies go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You know,
They're all gonna collapse after that.
but you got the gold, shit.
Yep.
Just like it. I had we were talking about the American soldiers,
Yeah.
Jeremiah 51 and 30 in GMT. The Babylonian soldiers have stopped fighting and remain in their forts.
Which is
This is
that?
the GNT of Jeremiah 51 and
Yeah.
30. They have lost their courage and have become helpless.
I was thinking before going to fight, but yeah, they lost their courage And what did it say?
and have become helpless.
Helpless.
The city gates are broken down, and the houses are on fire.
You're gonna see a lot of Jake, going AWOL and shit.
Yeah.
If you're a Jake that's over there in the Middle East, just gonna go AWOL, man. Take that uniform off and just run off base to the next Middle Eastern city, wherever.
They're trying to jig to a chick right now.
Yeah.
Just like that hijab on, trying to get in good with her.
Was it one Jay? He went over there. Said, man, where the hoes at?
Oh,
They just discharged his ass for that.
Hey, they're gonna.
Exactly, man.
This is where Jake Mine is at. You can't send people like that to war, man.
Right.
I got a precept to that, Nahum, chapter 3, verse 13, and this is also in the
Could you
NLT.
read 12?
Yeah, I'll start at 12.
Yep.
It says, all your fortresses will fail.
I read the last line of 11.
Your
See it?
defense systems, man.
Yeah.
You know, all your they have multiple layers of like missile systems that can defend a base, basically a whole fucking system over there, you know, of soldiers and occupying forces. They can't be defended. Why are you gonna fight when you can't defend yourself? These missiles are fucking blowing shit up, man.
And they're too reliant on the AI technology aspect of it. Like, well, we'll just shoot it down. And they're like, shit.
Same no more.
It don't work.
Cause they got counter. It can be human error is something, but if anybody can disrupt. And this is why it's so dangerous to have everything AI and technological, because without a human hand involved, because the human decision making is taken out of it. So that means anybody can tap in and disrupt the whole system now, and that's what they're doing. That's what they've invested in. Oh, that's what you got? We're gonna spend our money to disrupt that.
They saying, I just asked Chap how many drones can Iran produce. They said about 10,000 a month.
There's nothing to them.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So they just,
Yeah.
so you know, they don't overload their missile system,
Exactly.
and then they got nothing left.
20,000 per drone. See, that's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to the scripture, but with it's interesting how they're going about this with their strategy. Because like in boxing or in sports, when you overwhelm your opponent, you know, like say for boxing, you know, you're a pressure fighter, so you just throwing all type of jabs and combos, and you're not letting your opponent, you know, be able to even think. You breaking them down in the process, and it seems like the war of attrition is what they're doing.
Right.
Just overwhelming them with, you know, strike after strike after strike after strike everywhere.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
And none of them are deep,
Right.
but eventually they add up to really matter.
Right. Yeah, man. Nahum 3 and verse 11, and it says, "And you, Nineveh, will also stagger like a drunkard. You will hide for fear of the attacking enemy."
We have to know that. We have to understand America is also symbolically Nineveh. Okay? The drunk stagger like that's them trying to scramble, like you said, trying to overwhelmed by being attacked. So it ain't that it's ferocious, it's just so overwhelming. I don't know another word to use. There's so many coming at you. But they're hitting spots that matter. Nothing's been huge. That's why they're talking about the threat of nuke. Because that's all they got left, really, is nukes. Because nothing else is working. You got
Yeah, that's interesting too, because, you know, they've been sending news alerts about, you know, preparing for, you know, any type of nuclear fallout. Because they're anticipating that if they try to go the nuke route, it can be returned.
Right.
And China.
That's why they call it, what's the term? MAD.
Mutual agreed destruction.
Mutual
Assured destruction.
Mutual assured destruction. You send a nuke on anybody. All ops that got one, they can return. They can return that fire.
I was just gonna say, China said you may shoot the first one, but you're not gonna get a second one off. And they didn't say just on them, if I recall the thing. He didn't say like, attack on China necessarily. He just said you shoot one off, You won't get a second one off.
And we seen that recent movie on YouTube, not YouTube, what is it, Netflix, when they, what's it called, where they shot the missile, where they tried to intercept it. Brother's seen it, what's it called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You talking about the one on Netflix?
Netflix,
Yeah.
yeah. That was a real, they showed it,
Crisis.
it was, damn, what's it called?
We watched it. It was where they're in the base and they make the decision and they're watching and then
And they try to intercept it.
Yeah, yeah.
But they put that out there. It shows you what could happen from so many different perspectives. But
And they was like in the White House.
right.
They was all scrambling and like,
Yeah.
shit, what could we do? Like it was stressing.
Yeah. I do remember.
Yeah, they tried to shoot 2 missiles at it,
Yeah.
and eventually, but they didn't show the part. Did they show the part where
It was,
America fired at them
it
too?
was low budget a little bit.
I don't know if they did, but
Yeah.
when that happens, you know, America or whoever is getting targeted, they gonna have to press the button.
Yeah.
They were the Idris Elba, I believe.
He was the
Man,
the president, I guess. But and just to qualify, this is dealing with ancient Nineveh,
Right.
and we know that the Assyrians and Egyptians, they made pacts to try to fight with the Babylonians, but the Babylonians was too strong.
Yep.
And they ended up
House of Dynamite spot.
ended up getting
Yeah.
that was it. They ended up getting taken down. All right, but now you got Babylon.
Mhm.
Who's their ops right now? The Medes, the Persians.
Yep.
The modern Medes and Persians was Russia and Iran, the Iranians,
Sound like
and
history
then their
repeating itself.
and all their allies.
Sounds like history repeating itself.
Yep, and they knew no new thing under the sun.
Yep.
Verse 12, it says, all your fortresses will fall. They will be devoured like the ripe figs that fall into the mouths of those who shake the trees.
They just knocked down all their what is that, the southwestern of the Hormuz, right? The embankment. All of those cities and bases they had along there, they were just strategically hitting all those targets.
Yeah, in the Gulf.
Yeah, the
area.
Gulf. Yeah.
And it says, your troops will be as weak and helpless as women.
Mm-hmm.
The gates of your land will be open wide to the enemy and set on fire and burn. Yeah.
That's showing that the war has changed, man. You don't just storm a beach. They're talking about sending Marines over there to storm the island, the Karg Island.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna help. This ain't 1945.
Right.
Iran has a plan for that. They're
Yeah.
gonna counter that. You better expect drones hitting your ships as soon as you get close to that area.
Yep.
And missiles. It's stupid.
Don't forget about those special helicopters and fighter jets they've been getting from Russia and China as well.
Yeah.
Yep. The stealth fighters have been getting hit. The F-35, which was supposed to be like
Oh,
invisible,
The kid getting shot down.
Yeah,
got
they
hit.
shot one
They
down.
try to act like it was just some malfunction.
It's always something else.
Yeah, it landed.
It landed, yeah.
It took a landing.
He landed,
You got
okay.
your shit shot out the sky.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Emergency landing.
They had something this
They
week.
keep trying to downplay.
Yeah,
Like,
we
Yeah,
see
They
through this shit.
don't have no honor.
Yeah.
you get socked in the mouth and blood come out.
Nah, you-
oh man,
I did that myself.
You scraped me.
I
bro.
bit my lip.
Yeah.
Weird Rico shit.
Yeah,
That
but
was it?
that was the point. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Verse 13 was the point. Because we talk about how those troops,
For born to
they
fight.
they keep finding ways to not go over there. Because they really don't want to fight.
Yep.
But they caught on. They know that this is not one of, this is
It's nothing
what
they
they,
believe in.
what they call it, the Epstein theory,
Yeah. Yep.
Operation.
Operation Epstein theory.
Yep.
Yeah, this is for
They
them.
cover up. Yep.
They're not trying to risk their life for them. We just learned about these Epstein files and what they was doing behind closed doors, and now we got to go fight a war for these people.
Right. And then you won't bring it all out. We know it's worse. We know it has to be worse. And you won't expose it. You said you got it.
And the soldiers having cell phones and access to the internet blows all up in Esau's face.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, like before, back in the day, they didn't have none of that. They just, hey, these are your orders,
Go.
go. Right.
That's it.
I got something real quick.
Yeah.
This is from Pentagon News, it said the department extends invitation to bring back troops separated for refusing the 19 vaccine. It said, this is March 20, 2026. It said, service members forced to leave the military for refusing to take the 19 shot now have an extra year to return to the service if they so choose, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said today.
It's a little late. Now nobody want to do that. Didn't they get paid back for all that time that they missed anyway for being discharged? And somebody just got, I thought it was them, the military as well. Somebody got paid, back pay for that. You should have held out the back pay and be like, you only get it if you come back. That would have made more sense. That sounds more like what you would be doing. You know, but that's good. Nobody want to go back in now. I'm out. I done escaped. Now I gotta go over there and die. Plus, I'm watching how this game is going.
Right.
We're not winning.
It said if they choose.
Yeah.
So when the shot came out, if you choose to take it, it's fine. But
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they trying to make it mandatory. So.
They probably.
No, that
They
draft
probably
definitely
yeah.
coming.
You don't have to.
It's coming on
Some
some
draft is coming.
capacity.
They're gonna
it's
take them
coming.
in. They're gonna
Yeah.
make them come back, and then they're gonna have to draft other people.
Right.
But here's the thing: you gotta remember the American soldier living here in America, seeing all the problems and stuff that's going on. I went over and fought for my country for this, and so imagine the mental state that these people are really in.
Yeah.
You're gonna start to see more mass shootings and all types of shit, man. These
Especially
people can't handle it.
especially the Edomite soldier.
That's exactly
Yeah, because the nigga soldier, they don't care what he thinks or
right.
you know, they just whatever. Don't, you know, the Edomite soldier, like the one that got his hand cut up,
Yep.
the Marine, you know, the patriotic Edomite, they care what they think and what they have to say.
Mm-hmm. And all of this is building up to dissent, as I'm trying to get to, because it's exposing who the devil is. It's exposing it, right? It says dissent refers to the public or formal disagreement with the majority opinion, official policy, or established belief. And that established belief that America had built up for so long that America couldn't be touched. America is the strongest in the world. They can't lose and don't go to war with America because all this and that, all that's going out the window. And soldiers themselves are the ones that's telling it.
Matter of
We
fact,
don't have nothing to deal with that.
Yep. If I can grab this real quick, since you just mentioned that, is Isaiah 47:2.
Yep.
And it says, let me go to the KJV. Yeah, like you, and the world is watching it, by the way.
Mhm.
Everybody's paying attention to this. Isaiah 47 and 1, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right.
Take the millstones and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yep.
Yeah, thy shame shall be seen.
That's what it is.
I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man.
Mhm.
So yeah, the Lord is he's exposing this place. It is 250th year,
Yep.
and now everybody's getting to see all the vulnerabilities of Babylon. You know,
Mhm.
the government is divided up. The people are not happy.
Yep.
You know,
America's the
extreme
villain. They
poverty.
thought America was the good guy, that's really
Yeah.
the villain.
They
People being crushed by this
they
shit.
sending all this billions and trillions to fund their war machine. We got a homeless crisis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Evictions going up crazy.
Unemployment crisis.
Unemployment crisis.
Who I was listening to somebody. They said, he said, America want to go there and fix the Middle East. How about you fix Michigan?
Right.
Like you can't even fix your own state, like one of your 50 states. You can't even take care of what's going on at home.
Right.
Let alone trying to go out in the world and fix. You see Walker, Texas Ranger going.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's what his thing was. He was going around policing the world, or policing Texas or whatever, but, you know, same type of shit, right? And the other, Herbert Walker, was trying to go do that with the world back on his 2 terms. But now America looks terrible now. America looks like they ain't ready to do none of this. They ain't ready to be strong.
These people
Fight.
are hurting. These people are hurting right now.
And this is all game plan
Yeah.
of the descent that's being built up by Iran and Russia and China and all these other countries, exposing America for what it truly is to the whole world. And it's showing you, doing nothing more but showing you, you're the goddamn devil.
That's it.
That's why you're
Great Satan.
raping little children and got an island for pleasure and all this other crazy shit that you're into.
Mild worship,
Yeah.
child sacrifice,
Uh,
witchcraft.
what's that they got?
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, but what do they have over there? The Church of Satan. They got a Church of Satan here, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like we know this, but a lot of people don't know it. There's the Church of Satan here. They have satanic after school programs for the children.
I don't know if this is real. I think it's real, but there's an AI video of BB. You know, AI BB now.
Yeah.
You know, from now on, that's all we get from him. You know, he came out. He was saying that basically, like, evil is gonna overcome good. Saying, you know,
Yeah, JC can.
you seen that one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
compared them to Genghis Khan, and
Yeah.
it was weird. Like what he said, like it really don't make sense. But when you read through the lines of what he was saying, it's basically like he's making a bold declaration, like that basically like we gonna win.
Yeah.
Evil is gonna overcome good.
Prevail.
But he didn't, and that's why it didn't make sense because everybody would be expecting him to think,
Yeah.
to be positioning himself as the good.
Yeah.
But he just came out and called himself the evil.
And that-
AI probably wrote
And
that.
that's another. This is another way you're seeing the devil being revealed.
Yep.
Because this man, they're trying to prove that this man is still alive.
Yeah.
But every time you see him, it's an AI.
Yep.
Every video that they put out where he's coming out and saying, "Yeah, I'm good." You see me drinking this tall cup of
No, I got two-
What leader does that?
Frappuccino
You got two
or
thumbs.
Bro, you see,
Yeah.
countries
It was
being
that
pummeled.
one. What happened videos he had? 3?
It's three now.
Yeah,
At least 3.
Yeah.
It's
he's in
just
a coffee shop
Yeah.
and he takes a swig of it and it don't even move.
You know, no
That's
weight.
the one where he had a ring on. Then
6
he didn't have a ring.
fingers.
Yeah.
So the other
two
one he got
thumbs,
six
Yeah.
fingers.
three pinkies.
Yeah. And then the latest one when he came out and it looked like he was at a press conference and people, he was taking questions from people.
Yeah.
It's 2 different clips.
They don't like if you want to prove this fool is alive, pan the camera
Yeah.
from the people that are asking the questions over to him to show that he's in the same room.
Right.
Mhm.
They just putting all type of deception.
You see the one with his
Yeah.
sleeve?
The one with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sleeve.
yeah.
Sleeve,
Like
like,
sleeve just kind of just
Up here. Like,
yeah, man.
It's just,
Too much.
So people are seeing it and they picking it apart like, come on, man. How
One,
many times y'all gonna keep lying?
one of the elders was saying, I believe, that they put the shitty AI videos out there.
Yeah, I did.
So when they
It was the other guy.
when you have like one that looks really real,
You'll be like, okay,
it's
this
okay.
is real.
right,
Because
right,
you won't know what
Mhm.
you won't be used to seeing good AI.
right.
Good AI is gonna look like reality when you've been used to looking at bad AI.
those are Satan's devices, man.
Exactly.
You know?
I wanna-
Saying taking advantage of us for we're not ignorant of his devices.
All we gotta do
AI
is look.
deep fake, that's one of his devices.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be so damn good you think it's real.
All they gotta do is put the BB mask on. They got the masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they gotta match that voice too, though,
Right.
and mannerisms, right?
Yeah, that's why at the end of the day, you gotta know the prophecies of the scriptures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, if you know the prophecies of the scriptures, whatever they put out there, it's like, it don't matter. Because you gotta know that the MOTB is the microchip.
Yep.
You gotta know the Heavenly Father and the Son's name. You gotta know that America's gonna be destroyed.
Yep.
World War III. You know, you gotta know these type of prophecies, man.
And your house shall return.
Yeah. So whatever you saw put on the TV, man, you're not fooled by it. You know?
Right.
Exactly. Because
that's-
even that your house shall coming back is a big one as well.
Yeah.
For everything you're naming, because we know how he has to come back. And what he's supposed to look like when he returns, and what he's gonna do when he returns. And anything that don't fit into that is probably AI trash.
And they trying to set it up to where they're gonna fulfill the prophecy of a return of a Messiah over there with them
Yep.
being in the land.
Right.
Yep.
And they're gonna
To
build
come
this
defend
third
them.
temple and all that, and the Lord gonna come and defend them. But it's all like, even he who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders. So they're setting up their left hand signs and lying wonders now to make it as if they're getting ready to usher in
Right.
a Messiah return.
In that Second Thessalonians, you're quoting, what does that verse say? What
All the seed put in.
I was holding.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
holding.
you can just go to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can just go to it.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna be able to-
Second Thessalonians, I started, 7. It said, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only you who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Mhm.
And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
He being revealed now.
Yeah.
And the world is starting to learn who he is as he's being revealed. See, it fell on deaf ears when the men of the Lord was out there for decades trying to warn you and break it down to you.
Yeah, poor man's.
But we getting called bums and rapists and extremists and terror, hate groups and this
Worst
and
thing
that.
ever.
All these evil terms, but we've been telling you the whole time who this man is.
Yeah, and with backing it up with evidence of
Yeah.
his history.
Yeah.
And everyone now is seeing for themselves, like, oh, damn. He is the devil.
they've been right about this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why are we right? Because the Bible's right about it.
exactly.
So this is the time for him to be revealed.
Yeah,
He's doing he's being the perfect devil, man.
He's doing
Like
everything.
you can't question it anymore.
Nah,
You know?
he's doing everything he did in the past, but it's on steroids now.
Yeah.
He's being a deceiver. He's going to
Mass murder,
mass murder.
genocide.
Yeah.
You ain't ever seen it this violent on earth. You know what I'm saying?
They say Trump is the first president to bomb 8 countries in 1 year.
Breaking records.
Crazy.
It said, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after working of Satan with all power, signs, and lying wonders.
Yep. Their pseudo miracles,
Yeah.
with AI deepfake technology, that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Project Bluebeam.
They could drop a nuke and it make it look like it's the return of the Lord coming in through space or whatever they're trying to.
Yeah.
You know, however they're gonna say he's
They
returning.
keep talking about a
Another
so-called
dimension.
Drop a nuke.
alien
Invasion.
invasion or whatever.
Yep.
They can stage that too. You know?
We'll do all this, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna look. You get to that point where it said, "Well, it's gonna deceive." You got it.
Verse 10, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish,
Mm-hmm.
because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie.
Meaning you people,
Yep.
those of you who are
A little prophet.
affected by this, you influenced by their left hand tactics, you know, because the scriptures tell us to put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yeah, trickeries,
And that-
schemes.
Those wiles are tricks, schemes, you know, craft, and all these different psyops and these different distractions. That's what he's going to continue to use as a warfare on your mind.
Okay.
Mind control, psychological operations. That's all mental warfare
Yeah, but you're
to
saying.
make you believe in what his lie. 'Cause that's all he's feeding you with mainstream news.
Yep. Why is there such a big? If journalists are supposed to be down the middle and neutral, why won't they show the rest of the world's journalism?
Right.
Why do they only have their mainstream media over in the Americas and in the Western world? How come they're the only ones that get played over here?
Right.
You gotta dig to get them other ones, Al Jazeera's and RTs and all of that.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
I gotta go. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
It's Mark 13 and verse 22. It reads, "For false anointings and false prophets shall rise, and shall seduce, like it shall show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect."
Yeah, that they will deceive even the very elect, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It's gonna look that good in that realm.
Yep, this whole transformation into this AI transhuman agenda. You know, people infusing themselves with this technology and they're becoming enhanced and
Biohacking.
yeah, all that. That's all part of that. And then they got the prophets, you know, that'll be at the World Economic Forum or them TED Talks announcing and introducing, you know, all these devices before they even come, you know, in full usage. That's what they do. And then of course the false prophet, the Catholic Church, the Pope, they gotta endorse all that.
Yeah, Islam falls under the Catholic Church.
Yep.
You know, all these daughter churches, non-denominational, Jehovah's Witness, Mormonism. What's the other ones? Protestants, Baptists, Seventh-day Adventists,
Where is the Pope?
Church of Scientology, all
Who
that
the
shit.
fuck is this guy?
Nigga waiting to go to a Cubs game or a White
Nobody-
Sox game or something.
Nobody even listens to him. The Trump don't care what he got to say.
This the perfect time to bring something to man. Seeing where AI is headed, like you said, the elder mentioned how they introduced to the public the low level version of AI, and kept the the real high tech shit for themselves. Not only do you got AI, but you got the holographic technology as well, man, that they use. And right now is the time to really pay attention. But what they did when they introduced it to the people, not only did it desensitize because they get to play around with it, make little videos themselves, and they don't believe anything that they see, man.
If AI BB is the top fucking AI they got, man, that shit is flawed. Because we can see right through it. You know, it'll take an expert to say that shit is fake.
Like they don't look at this shit before they post it.
Right.
You know?
They have a group of people editing it.
Yeah, you're basically your left hand wise men.
It's like it doesn't work.
It's like they're losing steam, like they're losing,
It's not working no more, man.
Scripture say they're wearied in the multitude of their counsels.
Yeah. This is Isaiah 44 and verse 24 in the NLT, and it says, "This is what the Lord says, your Redeemer and Creator. I am the Lord who made all things. I alone stretched out the heavens. Who was with me when I made the earth?" It says, "I expose the false prophets as liars and make fools of fortune tellers. I cause the wise to give bad advice, thus proving them to be fools. But I carry out the predictions of my prophets. But them I say to Jerusalem, people will live here again, and to the towns of Judah, you will be rebuilt. I will restore all your ruins." And that's going back to back then, but just this verse in 25, it shows you that the Lord, He can turn down your left hand power and make a fool of you,
Like Egypt.
like He did in Egypt. So the Most High can easily do that to eat right now with his left hand soothsayers, his prognosticators.
He's kind of doing it because for so long the world has thought as America as this great military with strategies, and it's like,
Where's Palantir?
right?
Where's Palantir? Palantir can't stop those missiles, man.
They always compared generals or as like chess players. You play chess. A chess player is multiple steps ahead of their next move. We're at the point where America don't know what to do. They're like, damn, they
Running out of options.
They're running out of options. So, and it's showing. The world is seeing it. Don't you think? You don't think China and Russia, even allies of Babylon, don't see like, damn, like, hey, Trump, what y'all doing, man? This is what we doing now.
Yeah. But these people are gonna see that, with all this influence that they have and all this control, they're gonna realize that the Most High, He rules in the kingdom of men.
Right.
They're also gonna know that the prophets were right, because the Most High is true. You know, I think like the elite, they know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah.
Like, man, we cannot escape what they've been, what's been prophesied. Is
Yeah.
like the Lord is gonna corner you
Mm-hmm.
with his prophecies.
And make you do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna make you, man.
What did that part
Nothing
say?
you can do.
The Most High said He's gonna bring to pass the words of the prophets.
It says, but I will carry out the prediction of my prophets.
See, and why is that? It's because the words of the prophets are His words.
Exactly. It's it's not their own.
Right.
You know. I'll read it in the A and P. It says, verse 25. It says, frustrating the signs and confounding the omens of boasters, false prophets, making fools out of fortune tellers, counteracting the wise and making their knowledge ridiculous, confirming the word of his servant and carrying out the plan of his messengers. Yeah.
So the whole greater Israel, that whole project
Mm-hmm.
where you rule the earth and
You get that birthright back,
Right.
basically.
that shit is not
It's
happening.
not happening. Not today.
No, it's not happening.
Nope.
That is just, it's vain.
Yeah, it was that Psalms 2. Why do the heathen rage? Why do they imagine a vain thing?
Ooh.
Y'all y'all rabbit ass mind.
Yeah, that's why they had to come up with a book called the Talmud. And it's based off worshiping Egyptian Babylonian gods.
Right.
You know, but they book it said they the chosen people.
Yeah.
You know, so you can't. But read out of the Torah and Tanakh Bible. You can't match these scriptures with any other book.
Right.
You know, so Esau is in confusion now. You know, he's that serpent that was cursed.
You know, really disappointing Esau's pride too, man. That's very proud for him to he actually believes he was able to accomplish all of this. He can have everything set up to where you able to do it, you able to shoot for it, but the Lord ain't gonna allow him to do it, man. That's why when the scriptures speak about the Most High stealeth for man's instruction, so he may withdraw pride from man.
Right.
Because men can, they can have all these different ideas and all these different intentions, as Esau do. We understand what his goal is to replace the Most High, but it ain't been working, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they like and it's like they're trying to be bold by making all these declarations and making these moves as if the Most High is sitting in the heavens and he don't know what the hell is going on.
Right.
You know, trying to undermine the Most High.
Man, it's
But
like
it tells you in the 4th verse that he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 2 and verse 3. It says, and this is in the Amplified version. It says, "Let us break apart their divine bands of restraint and cast away their cords of control from us." They're trying to get away from the Most High, His only begotten Son, the prophets, so on and so forth. To it's a global technocracy.
Mm-hmm.
It's us, we're God. Then we have, AI, we got control of this and control of that. We got the greater Israel, and that's where the epicenter or the headquarters of our new world order is going to be. So they got a whole completely different plan from what the scriptures say, right? And this is why it says, verse 4, it says, "He who sits enthroned in the heavens laughs at their rebellion." Because there's nothing new under the sun. You don't think that they tried this back then? Going back to the beginning? How about the Tower of Babel?
Right.
When all the nations came together as one to try to build.
Yeah, established to the heavens.
Right. To the heavens, man. It says, "The sovereign Lord scoffs at them, and in supreme contempt he mocks them." Yeah.
He said in his heart, the Most High will never see it. He hideth his face.
Right.
He had forgotten. Yeah, the Lord ain't forget nothing. He knew you was gonna do what you're doing.
This is Psalms 10.
Oh, yeah.
That's maybe
No.
Psalms 10 in the NLT. It says, this is verse 3. It says, for they brag about their evil desires. They praise the greedy and curse the Lord Yahweh. The wicked are too proud to seek the Most High. They seem to think that he is dead. This is verse 5. It says, yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing, lies, and threats. Trouble and evil are on the tips of their tongues.
Kinda, the small hat back over there in the land, they felt safe and secure with their Iron Dome. For a long time, they were able to just bomb the hell out of these other nations, these neighbor nations, you know, take over their lands, you know, commit a genocide over there, and nothing was getting through.
Right.
But now look at them.
Man.
They refuse to show the images. Why? Because you know you're getting hit. Your whole system is getting destroyed. Iran is putting missiles in your nuclear systems, in your bunkers, in your where BB hides. That's unheard of.
Yep.
Now this place is gonna have the same thing is gonna happen to this place.
Babylon is next.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The same thing. Those missiles, all they need is longer range.
Well, what's her name? I just recently did a video on it.
Kim Iverson,
No. Secretary.
Jalen,
No.
not Jalen.
Her name is escaping me right now.
Oh, Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Gabbard.
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah.
They were just having a congressional hearing,
Mhm.
and she was listing all the countries who now have nuclear threats to America, and she named them off. And these nations that she was naming, they either already have nuclear payloads that can reach America, or they're in development of it.
Yep.
She lists Russia, China, of course, North Korea, Pakistan, and then she said Iran is on their way to it.
Of course, Iran definitely wants to get their hands on America,
Man.
and they're playing the cool. Like, no, we want a peaceful nuclear program. It's just they playing their hand.
That's a long ass.
You know,
Yeah.
they're waiting. They're playing that patient game.
Yep.
Where they're saying no, we just want a peaceful program, but they're developing the system to finally reach this place, man.
Yeah, Russia and China are helping.
Mm-hmm. And North Korea.
Yeah, kind of stuff. It's a little bit.
Yep.
It's back in Psalms 10, verse 8. It reads, they lurk in ambush in the villages, waiting to murder innocent people. They are always searching for helpless victims.
That's all documented. That all throughout that area over there and here, you know, that obviously Jake is a prey.
There are people. Yeah.
You know, we're the prey here.
Yep.
How many stories have we heard of, right? Of quote unquote so-called innocent Jake that are just minding their own business, and they get pulled over, or they get confused for an intruder.
Yeah.
You know.
Or even abroad, like it backfires. Them having a military so thinly spread. It works when the people that you have your military, you know, in the area, they weak and they can't fight back. But it backfires when they actually can fight back and they can defend themselves.
You find that operation in Gaza, you firing on civilians and people that's throwing. All they can do is throw rocks at you.
Right.
And shoot them
They don't got
rocket
yeah.
guns.
They don't have.
They didn't have nothing.
Right.
So it was just easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it was so one-sided.
Someone like the elder Ayash say, "This nigga hit back."
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
But that's what they're used to doing. They're used to be able to just drop a missile on a school with little children.
Sometimes they wouldn't have to do nothing. They could make threats and then just pull up. And when the nation sees the aircraft carrier, the battleship, they just like, oh shit, they serious. Okay. Yeah, you can give you whatever resources or whatever deal you want us to, comply with, we'll sign. Shit's different now. And then the other nations that they bullied and punked, they're making allies with Iran, the Russians of China. Like shit, we'll use if you give us fuel for energy, we'll do this for you, or and they're going around, they're circumventing the dollar, they're circumventing Babylon just in general.
Right.
They don't want to deal with Babylon.
Yep. Your own allies. They don't want no parts anymore. It's Obadiah 1:7. It says, all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you.
Yeah, they did it in the Strait of Hormuz situation. Trump was like, we need the help of, NATO, and they didn't want to do it. But the next day they said, we'll help now and shit.
Yeah, I don't need you.
Babylon it's still the hammer of the earth, but hey, they plotting.
Right.
They don't plotting against you,
Right.
Nero.
Yep. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got one.
Yep.
Habakkuk 2:6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his?
Yeah, you seen the little the interview you had with the Japanese president?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said something about Pearl Harbor. Oh yeah, straight up shot.
They asked him,
Damn.
they said, why didn't you let, this is your ally, why didn't you let your allies know, that you were gonna attack Iran? He said, well, if we told them, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Right.
Yeah, they know a thing or two about surprise or something like
Those
spoke
little
jabs. Like how you do that? Like how you say that and the people coming there to to meet with you or whatever, and but I heard
look on her face. Look,
she said she's never coming back to that.
Yeah, it told it all.
Yeah, remember, United States, they dropped a Little Man and Fat Boy, which are atomic bombs.
They ain't forget that.
Was it Okinawa?
They probably playing the long game too. They're playing that patient game, man. That one day we gonna get these motherfuckers again.
Yeah.
But right now we gotta be their friend.
Yeah. That's.
So you don't think Japan still, feels that shit?
Man.
Feel what America did to them 50 years, what? During the
It's about 70
40s,
years
late
ago.
40s.
47.
They dropped that bomb, man. They still remember that shit, man.
Yeah, they have memorials. They say the people's shadows are still on the pavement out there from the flash.
And the radiation
Radiate.
tore them up.
Yeah.
It's a generational damage.
Yeah.
Kids coming out the form and shit.
Let me finish this one. So how long into him that ladeth himself with thick clay?
Just added debt, man. $40 trillion of debt. Which ain't nothing but zeros and ones on the computer screen.
Yeah.
But, shit, the chicken's gotta come over the roof sometime, man. And that's when this reset gonna happen, man. A lot of people gonna get caught up in a bad situation. Yeah, it's gonna be the majority of our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Cause this story is, you're basically the primary focus of the story, man. The scriptures, man. So you gonna get punished,
There goes trouble.
Shall they not rise up suddenly? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Spoils.
Spoil.
Yeah.
Take it.
So you get the word booty, man.
Because thou hast
refer to women.
Yeah.
But hey, women are spoils of war, man. Women and children,
feel like China, Japan, like all these countries that you did, you know, threw shit at or you stabbed them in the back. They looking to get you back at some point.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
Don't Japan own a lot of U.S. Treasury bonds? They can, man.
Yeah, they don't do that.
All of them countries, man, they can just do the honors and make it real bad.
Yeah, they gonna start hurting you economically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's called the straw man theory.
Yeah.
Where all these nations that have these treasury bonds of America, they can just sell them and send all those dollars back, back to America.
Yeah.
You think $4 or $5 gas or something, man? Double that shit.
Yeah.
You know, try $100 loaf of bread, man.
Yeah, it's getting to a point where I've seen a few gas stations already with no gas. They're just like their pumps were just closed like now, cause it's just too expensive.
And the element that they want to about the economy is they want Babylon, America, to suffer.
Yeah,
Because they could, it's nothing for Russia or really China to attack our grid and shut this shit down, but they want Babylon, America, to suffer. They want to see the people here, you know, really suffer and die slow.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, slow death. Because they got the military, you know, obviously, but
Yeah,
that's what it's really about.
Babylon has been accustomed to putting sanctions on the rest of the world
making them suffer.
and blocking. They said like Cuba. Oh, they have what is it that type of government they have where it's like communist. So you put sanctions on them, you block them from doing business with the rest of the world, but you're the government. You're not really punishing them. You're punishing the people.
Right.
Exactly.
The people are the ones that are like suffering.
And the elder said, basically putting sanctions on a country is just another way to kill them.
Exactly.
You know? Because
Exactly.
you're essentially like the besiegement of Rome, cutting off supply from entering into the city. That's what you're doing to the citizens. You're messing up their economy.
Yep.
You aren't allowing them to eat, you know? You're cutting off their ways of working, you know?
Get Sirac 35.
Oh, I know you're going.
Yeah, Sirac 35 and get verse. Is 35?
Stop right here.
Oh, stop right there. Go to 34 then. See what that 34.
Are you looking for the bread of the needy?
Yeah. The
It's
bread of the
on
needy.
34 and 21.
34. Yeah, read that.
Sirach 34 and 21 says, the bread of the needy is their life. He that defrauded him thereof is a man of blood.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a bloodshedder.
And that's what America does around the world. to punish them.
Yeah.
We'll make it to where, you know, y'all gonna feel it in your pockets. You know, business is not gonna boom. You know, taxes is gonna, we're gonna spike them taxes up on your goods.
Yeah, robots taking up all the jobs.
Yeah. And you cutting off people's living all over it. So these people, this is why there's a great disdain for Babylon. Everywhere in the world, they just don't, they have a strong dislike for you. So that goes, but who inherits most of that disdain? You Edomites, the top.
Yeah.
That's why it says at the top in Obadiah 1 and verse 2, it says that I will make thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. You know, because you're just not you're not a righteous ruler. When the righteous on authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's right.
So you cutting off everybody's bread, everybody's, you know, life force.
Yep.
People, you know, ways for people to make a living and to even be sovereign. You want everybody to basically depend on you.
Right.
You want all the world systems to come up under your control.
Yeah.
So that you can fulfill your God complex and your pride that's to the stratosphere.
Yeah, and still destroy yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wicked ass people that's catching hell, you gonna find in your hearts to blame the Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
Man, blame for everything.
Yeah, that's why I don't give a fuck about you people, man.
Yeah.
You know, you get what you deserve, man. Because you're not focusing on who the real problem is, right?
Right.
Exactly.
You know, you got the true prophets focus telling you who the real problem is, but you don't want to listen to us, man.
The majority of the people that are complaining online, they weren't complaining a few years ago when shit was cool, man.
Nope.
They as long as the economy is cool and they're able to afford all the BS and their trips and whatever they got going on, if they're able to afford that, they don't care what atrocities the U.S. is committing on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
They don't care if they're dropping bombs on children.
As long as it don't affect them.
Yeah. But when it starts to affect them, oh, why are we supporting this small hat? Why is our money supporting Israel? You know?
Yeah.
You did. That's been happening for the last 50 years.
Right.
Where you been?
Right. Straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, now it's your turn.
Yeah.
The Lord said, reward unto her double. You know, so that is going to be a double dose. That's why it's going to be the worst, because you people have been so used to comfort here. Everybody here is used to comfort and pleasure.
That's it.
Yep.
The rest of the world have been suffering this whole time.
Yeah.
So they're used to these conditions.
Right.
You Americans ain't never been in that.
Hey, I be thinking the same thing with Jake. The Edomite here, they're not used to being in a condition
Exactly.
like Jake is like, yeah, we used to struggle. We like,
Right.
okay, we got to do this. We know how to maneuver and
Right.
make shit, try to make shit work. Edomites here,
Oh yeah, they melting.
oh man,
They melting down, man. They can't handle it.
yeah,
Crashing out every day. Crying on TikTok.
mm-hmm.
Won't be able to,
Niggas just sitting in the car, turn the camera on.
Yeah,
It's
just venting.
venting. That
And
ain't,
all they're doing is just,
yeah,
you just wasting time.
waste of time. You get
The
your
devil, yeah, shit is still going on.
Yeah, yeah.
The price of everything's still going up. The cost of living is still going up. What you gonna do?
Screaming in your car.
You know?
Hey, some of them say, "Hey, come on, let's go for a ride."
Right.
Put the family in the car.
Yeah, man.
End it off,
Yeah, this is gonna lead to a civil war.
Oh yeah.
Let me grab it real quick. Isaiah 19 and GNT and 2. The Lord says, "I will stir up civil war in Egypt." Egypt is America's the modern day
Especially Sodom and Egypt.
Sodom and Egypt. Yeah.
Right.
So it said, "And turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power." You know, that's not gonna mean a strong economy. You know, in a strong economy, everybody's happy. You know, but if the economy is going downward, that's when hate started to come about.
Yeah.
You know, hate, poverty, famine. You know, you read on Isaiah 19, it talks about famine that the Lord's going to bring here to America. Man. It said, rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power. It said, "I am going to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their morale."
Mm.
Yeah.
I gotta print it back to you.
Demoralize the people. The people don't have any hope anymore. You know, what this place used to be is what attracted all these nations over here.
Okay.
Set up businesses and it's a consumer capitalistic society. You come over here and make your bread. You get the strongest currency in the world.
And send it back home.
Send it back home, and it stretches through. But now it's like, oh shoot, you know. Look at it now.
Even South Africans.
Now you got a whole bunch of people from other countries. They all are going back to their native country now. They fleeing because they're seeing that the Lord is plaguing this place. Let every man flee back to his own country. That's prophecy. Jeremiah 51, 9, Isaiah 13, around 14th verse. Yeah, they leave. And the South Africans, it was based on a lie. Trump was trying to make it seem like they was being oppressed over there. They came over here and saw that, oh, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
And now they fleeing back to South Africa.
I was gonna say it's like when before the war popped off, all these embassies were telling their citizens, hey, get out of there, get out of there, evacuate, come back to your land.
Yeah.
Same shit is gonna be happening here. All these other nations they're gonna advise their citizens to get up out of here, get out. It's time to go.
The foreign exchange students, hey, come
It's
back.
time to go. Forget about whatever you thought you were building there. Get out. This shit is about to go
Because
down.
the ones that are still here, they think they like, hopefully we got a little bit of time to make our last bit of crumbs before it all falls apart completely.
Yeah,
No, you're gonna get trapped right here.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be missile food,
Mm-hmm.
along with E and the 2/3.
Yeah.
If you don't get out on time, you were destined
You're done.
to go through this place.
Well, that's somebody got any last scripture or verse or anything? We can close.
I got Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get no mercy, you know, because you didn't, your relentless tyranny upon the entire world. Now that your back is against the wall and you're surrounded, yeah. It's not fun when the rabbit got the guns, as they say. Yeah, that's it, man.
Not one time did you show mercy or consider the young, the old, the defenseless.
Right.
So there's not going to be any consideration for anything when it comes to that double cup being given back to you, man.
And not to forget the atrocities done against the Israelites.
Right.
It's all coming back to you. What you did against our people.
That's what they really got to pay for.
You really got to pay for
That's
that.
the main thing.
That blood, the blood of them souls that you slain, still lingering in this land. You gotta, that gotta be cleaned out. They gotta be cleansed. So yeah, the Lord's setting it all up, man. And before He finally gets you, you gotta be revealed that you're the devil. Now it's finally being revealed, and the world is starting to. They finally seeing it.
Oh yeah. The whole world is cheering for your demise. They're enjoying watching these projectiles hit your cities or your bases over there. The whole world is loving it.
Yep.
How much more when this place gets hit?
That's it. The only ones that's gonna be crying out is the ones that couldn't make no more money off of it.
Yeah.
All right. But anyway, we're gonna close. We're gonna give all the honor, all praise and glory to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Chakmadash.
Go honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone. And salute, shalom to all you sincere brothers and you sisters. The water for those of you that tuned in. We're gonna say, hey, shalom.
Shalom.